Okay guys, what we're working on today is a 1995 and it's the Yamaha Wave Raider. I'm sure you're familiar with these. But this goes for any dual carb setup on any two-stroke. These screws right here where they come together, right here the linkage comes together, and then obviously this is the choke. If you tighten this down too tight, what happens is it ends up holding the flap down in the bottom, not the one on top, that's the choke. The one down in the bottom, the accelerator flap, it ends up holding that open more than it should be. And what ends up happening is the RPMs go up and people cannot figure out what it is. And they start adjusting over here, on this, which is your throttle. But they don't understand that when they put these together, they actually over tighten this, and it's usually holding this back carburetor open and letting more air in, which is just like pulling on the throttle, and more fuel as well. So the RPMs are going up because this is pushing on the throttle. So you just want to tighten these down. This one right here, you want to tighten it down until it hits this right here, this piece of metal right there, until you see it hit. Then you want to turn these up like this, once they're connected, and you've slightly tightened. Then when you move these, you want to make sure that the gap between the wall, which is here, and the plate, not this plate, but the one in the bottom, is the same. And you can adjust them both right here. So if you need to open them a little bit, you turn this and they both open. If you've got this over tightened, this one will already be open. And by the time you try to adjust here, this one is way more than this one, and it's death revving. And people cannot figure it out, and that's what it is. So, and like our first video, always use genuine Mikuni carburetor kits. I don't care, not SBT, not WSM, genuine Mikuni carburetor kits. This guy used these from Amazon. They're junk. He couldn't get it running. Everything in these carbs was crap, and he could not get them running. Not to mention, he didn't have the low and high speed set correctly. He had the low completely closed on one of them. But anyhow, if you're death revving and you just rebuilt your carburetors, this is probably your issue if it's a twin setup like this. Anyway, hope that helps.